Today's Friday, August 7th, 2026. Taking a quick look here. We're at Patchogue here on the Long Island Railroad's Montauk branch. One of the three terminus locations here. We're looking at a line engine MP15AC 171 as it's making a move to Spionk and is holding for a few minutes, and we'll be making the move to Spionk from Patchogue. Time now 3:46 and he's making its move now. Gates have just come down at South Ocean Avenue. On this coverage, but just as this engine was waiting, we had train 99 from Spionk to Babylon, the C3 Camp Car 5004 leading the 30AC 409 on the rear, 3-car set. We're at the very east end of the station, and once was where PD Tower stood. Train is this engine's going all the way to the east end of the siding, and then we'll be going into single track territory all the way to meet up with train 17 at Master Charlie at JJD, which used to be MS before they changed it over when the whole area became Route 261 back in 2016. Alright, after we saw the light engine move at Patchogue, we're at Windsor Avenue in Brightwaters. Brightwaters, New York, just west of Bay Shore, east of West Islip in Babylon. We're going to be watching train 16 tonight. 16 has the best K5 LA chime in the house in DM30AC 518. This was also the experimental DM30AC, which had its newest Siemens electrical components installed, as well as experimental E-Bell, which has now been replaced by a standard Wapco E-Bell. And we should be seeing 16 right around anywhere between 4:55 and 5 o'clock tonight. Running about 7 minutes late actually through Hall. Usually we'll go east on 2, but instead today went east on 4 between F and J. Hopefully at this point we'll be making up a little bit of time as he gets into this vicinity. Actually, it was just as late as 8 minutes. Leaving Penn Station 7 minutes late tonight for an unknown reason. And this is a high-profile train. So instead of 4:56, it's probably going to get through Babylon. It's probably going to get through here around roughly 5 o'clock, 5:02 at Babylon. 45 gets to Great River at about 5. So we'll get to Islip roughly at about 5:03, 5:04. And we'll get to Bayshore around 5:08, 5:09. At that point, 16 should be passing through here before 17 comes through. 16 being a high-profile train, now he's actually running 9 minutes late. So he's going to have some ground to catch for sure. Alright, we're going to be watching train 17 coming by here momentarily. He's going through Islip. He's 9 minutes late. We have C3 cab car 5019, the leader with 513, DM30AC 513 on the rear. 6 cars on this one. 6 cars with one engine is not seen that often as of late. But in this case it is. Just to the west of here, train 166 going to Babylon from Penn Station has the 9850 with 12. And this was the same set that was at Rockhackama Yard last weekend. Going to Babylon, goes back as 177 and 180. And then probably train 193 and a possible Rockhackama move very, very later on. We should be seeing 17 shortly. It's just about to hit the curve going into Bayshore. Until now it's 4:50. He should be coming down shortly for 17. 5019, C3 cab car 5019, the leader with DM30AC 513 on the rear with 6. This train is highballing it all the way through to Jamaica. And DM30AC 513 on the rear. This is train 17, Montauk to Jamaica. Express between Spionk and Jamaica, no stops. Alright, so on one note, I forgot to mention that the train that went by Patchogue prior was equipment move 3043 between Spionk and Jamaica. That was the one with the C3 cab car 5004. It was not in the video clip, however, that was the train that passed the light engine move in Patchogue earlier, roughly an hour ago or so. Again, the equipment that went by Patchogue before I was able to take the photo and video was C3 cab car 5004 leading, the E30AC 409 with 3. That's train 3043. Alright, so now it's 5:03 as 16 has just gone through Babylon interlocking. He's now going through Babylon. 7 minutes late, so he has made up a little bit of time. We should be getting through here in the next 3-4 minutes or so. And we should see 16 passing by just before 45 passes by. So we should be right on the mark. Alright, just taking a look at the radar right now with the GPS. Time now is 5:06. And it looks like 16 has just rounded the curve just west of the Robert Moses Causeway, coming down the straightaway now. And here he comes. He's definitely going to make it here before 45 does, for sure. Again, DM30AC, 518 the leader, 522 on the rear with 12. And 16 Cannonball, Penn Station to Montauk, West Hampton will be the first stop at 74 miles. And a salute from the MOE crew as we see DM30AC 522 on the rear. Again, this is train 16, Penn Station to Montauk. We'll be hanging around for train 45 and then we will be going home. We're looking to the east here. Time now is 5:11. Looks like the gates have just come down for 45 and here comes 45. This is just left Bay Shore. Babylon will be its next stop, followed by Jamaica. DC 520 on the rear with 3. And this is train 45, Speonk to Jamaica local to Babylon, and then express to Jamaica.